What's up, beautiful people on the internet? My name is Pratik and
welcome to BBC Top Gear India.
Did you know in 2020 the amount of SUVs sold was almost 25,000 units, amounting to 22% of the overall Indian automotive market. Now in the year 2022, in just 2 years, this number has almost doubled with 49,000 units and a market share of over 41%. If that wasn't enough, in 2025 this number is estimated to grow up to 69,000 units. Now, catering to the skyrocketing demand of SUVs and premium SUVs, Hyundai has launched their global bestseller, the stylish and one of the most handsome large SUVs, the Hyundai Tucson. Over the years, the Hyundai Tucson has grown in size and dimensions along with features. What really makes this car look really sporty and premium are these cuts and creases. Now there's these beautiful lines, these flow around right across the body of the vehicle and makes it look much premium and sporty than its predecessor. What's really interesting is these handles are illuminated from the inside and there's a request sensor on both the sides of this car. Being the flagship model of Hyundai, this one gets the largest Hyundai badge and this entire grille is very beautifully designed to look like the car is smiling at you. What's really interesting is that the entire unit looks like one single piece thanks to the nickel metal coating that's inside these 5-point DRLs. Just like the iPhone and the newer Macs, this one gets a notch. This notch is very important though. It's got a front camera that pairs with the front radar and there's also a rear radar that's running the level 2 ADAS. What's really beautiful about this design is there's a brush metal finish right here and on the windowsills that goes all the way up here right at the rear. The most beautiful section of this car has to be its rear. There's a 3D Hyundai emblem that's embossed inside the glass. There's also the rear wiper that's neatly hidden under the spoiler right up here with a brake light. The most interesting part of this car has to be this beautiful tail section that runs all the way across from that end right up till this end. These 18-inch cut wheels look beautiful on this one, and the best part about it is that you don't get a space saver. You get this exact alloy with the same amount of rim size right in there. That's 235/18. Hyundai designers were given a brief to make this car iconic and bold. And I think personally they have absolutely succeeded in doing so. With sporty premium SUVs being the norm this day, these beautiful designs, lines, that beautiful tail section and that innovative new front section looks absolutely stunning.
The 3-step powered tailgate liberates 540 liters of cargo space, and with 60/40 split seats, it can also liberate up to 1860 liters of boot space. The gear knob is chunky and yacht inspired, while the steering feel is perfectly round, chunky enough to get a sense of a large vehicle that this is, and it also comes with ample buttons to control the MID and infotainment system. All the buttons feel tactile and perceive a sense of quality associated with a premium feel. The rear seat experience of the Tucson is excellent, with rear AC vents, Type A illuminated USB ports, deep recline angles on the seats and a large armrest with cup holders. Thanks to brighter seat leather and the premium feel of the multi-toned interiors along with the panoramic sunroof, the Tucson interiors are a great aboard on wheels. Bluelink app offers 60 plus connected features, and the car infotainment setup can improve with time thanks to OTA updates, that's over-the-air updates for the system and map. The large 10.25 HD infotainment system is India specific, yet UI support with 10 regional languages and 2 international languages.
Globally, the Hyundai Tucson is offered in many drivetrains, including a hybrid, but India only gets a 2-liter petrol and a 2-liter diesel. We are currently driving the 2-liter petrol, which churns out 156 PS of power and is mated to a 6-speed CVT. The power delivery is very linear. Like when you push up the throttle, it will not respond right away. The steering is nice and round and gives you a very chunky feel. It well suits the entire characteristic of the Tucson. Seats are plush and comfortable. Now the driver's seat here gets a 10-way adjustment and the passenger seat also gets 8-way adjustments. The steering is very well weighted for the size of this car, and in sport mode it even weighs more. Thereby this one feels very precise and at the same time much easier to drive too. Talking about the view, the entire glass panel, these large windows, they give you a whole lot of sense of space and also amplify the amount of view that you get from this driving seat. Hyundai offers this in an all-wheel drive configuration, and there are 4 disc brakes on all the 4 tires. The brakes are very precise, they're confidence inspiring, and this car will stop at a dime. What really makes the Tucson interesting is the 19 features offered with ADAS level 2. Now what this car will do is thereby make your drive much safer. Now this level 2 ADAS is enabled by a front radar and a rear radar along with a front camera right up here. The fit and finish quality inside this car is top notch, and the NVH levels are also really impressive. This petrol engine is very refined and you'll barely hear this engine creep inside this cabin. We're currently driving the diesel variant of the Hyundai Tucson. Now while the petrol one is much linear in its power delivery, the beauty of this diesel engine is that it produces 186 PS and a humongous number of torque. If you're planning to buy this car, do not look at the petrol, rather consider the diesel, because here the NVH levels are really impressive. You cannot make out that this is a diesel engine because there's no vibrations, just about nothing. It feels exactly the same as the petrol variant. While the diesel redlines at 4.5k RPM, this one produces a humongous amount of torque at just about every rev band. Thereby there's power and plenty of it to even overtake even at the higher revs. This is Hyundai's global bestseller, and in its 4th generation Avatar is now being launched in India for all our SUV enthusiasts. We had a brief drive with the Hyundai Tucson, and from what we experienced, we know that this is a premium and a very sporty package along with a humongous amount of features that will make just about everyone in your family happy. The ride quality is plush, the amount of features are innumerous, and the overall feel of this entire package is definitely worth a global bestseller. How well does this car do in India? Well, only time will tell, but as far as we think this car is going to really sell in humongous numbers. Hyundai, be prepared. Now if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, hit that like button and share this video with everybody who's interested in the Hyundai Tucson.